marks the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Iwo Jima.
The 5-week World War II battle is one of the bloodiest in U.S. military history. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Nesbitt sat down with a local veteran who was there during the horrific fight. Rob joins us now with his story. That's new tonight. Rob?
Mike and Shannon, according to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, there are less than 400,000 World War II veterans alive today of the 16 million Americans who served. That's why it was such an honor to sit across from Dennis McAuliffe and hear what it was like for him to fight in the Battle of Iwo Jima. The Battle of Iwo Jima was epic in length and loss, a 5-week-long fight between the U.S. and Japan that claimed the lives of 7,000 Marines. 95-year-old Dennis McAuliffe survived, despite having to jump from a bomber plane with a crew of 12 men to avoid being shot down.
I landed on the island. I landed right in a shell crater, Iwo Jima's volcano.
He was 20 years old at the time and recalls not being able to breathe and was found by a U.S. Army sergeant who helped him out.
Next thing I knew, they had me laying on a stretcher and the priest was giving me the last rites. I survived.
It's the reason he earned the Purple Heart and a survival story that isn't lost on Eyewitness News analyst Lieutenant General Reginald Centracchio.
Each year that goes by becomes seemingly less and less told, and I think it's our responsibility to ensure that it continues to be told.
McAuliffe served in the military for 2.5 years, completing 30 missions. He flew over the USS Missouri off the coast of Japan when the Instrument of Surrender was signed in September of 1945, ending World War II.
We were free to go home, and I remember hearing President Truman talking to the nation.
75 years later, he looks back on his service in the military and the Battle of Iwo Jima with pride, knowing the difference he made while fighting for his country's freedom.
We're proud of what we did.
McAuliffe used the GI Bill after returning home from World War II to go to college and get his degree in education. He worked for many years as a principal, ending his career at Norwood Elementary School in Warwick before retiring. In the newsroom, I'm Rob Nesbitt, Eyewitness News.